Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, I asked you guys to send through questions and I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that sent their questions. I got so many of you sending through questions. I'm going to try and keep my spirits up, but yeah, you're going to have to bear with me. All right, let's get into it. A lot of you actually asked why I wasn't able to make it to Dad's burial, and I addressed this, guys, in another video. I will put the link in the description below, and you can head on over there and the answer shall be waiting for you, okay? Do you feel like you don't have closure until you visit his resting place? Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I don't have closure, but I also feel like I'm terrified to get that closure, if that makes sense. And I'm honestly, genuinely, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for that. I'm very excited to visit home, but this is definitely something that I'm very aware of. It's not going to be easy to go home, and I'm so used to him being there, and then now he's not. It will definitely give me closure, I know, but I'm afraid of the closure it's going to give me. But yeah, I feel like I need it. I know I need it, but I don't want it, because no, just come back, just be here. You know what I mean? What is something that you enjoyed doing together and a childhood memory? Okay, I love that question. And a lot of you asked this as well. What's one of my greatest childhood memories? And I remember when I was about 11, 12 years old, Dad put me into golf. And at the time I was like, ugh, golf? My gosh, what am I, 90? No. Ugh. The audacity. I was like, I don't want to play golf. No, Dad, I don't want to do it. You know, and he's like, no, hey, my daughter, look at you. Because, you know, I'm built, I'm tall, I'm beefy. I ain't no little girl, right? So he's like, he really felt like I have a build for golf. And he got me to go eventually. And in hindsight, it holds so many great memories, because I remember we would go to, I think it was Modaiga Golf Club, and then after we would go, we would eat, and he'd just be like, my daughter, just get whatever you want. And I absolutely did. And then he would take me and I'd walk around with him as he would play golf, because I was still learning. And then after, we would go to the patting greens, and he'd be like, the thing is, a lot of people come and they just hit the ball, like, and swing, and they hit the ball, and that's what they practice. But the patting greens is where you need to really perfect the art. And so we would go there, and he would show me, do like this. You got to look at the ripples in the ground. Just all the lessons, and I'm sitting there like, ugh, okay. But then I loved it, like deep down I loved it, but I was also, you know, preteen, kind of starting to give a bit more attitude. But right now I hold that memory so dearly. And I'm gonna start golf again now. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, golf, sure, well, why not? A lot of you also asked how I'm doing. I have my ups and downs. I have good days, bad days. I have days where I'm like, why am I feeling this way? I'm going crazy. And days where I'm like, I miss him. Those moments are just come back. And then days where I'm like, I'm so grateful. I got 28 years with him. Not everyone gets to do that. Those ones are rare. But when I'm like going mad, I'm like, okay, God, I need to find gratitude. Help me find gratitude. Lord, help me find gratitude. And then that's then how I start thinking eventually. So yeah, I'm still on a roller coaster. I don't think I'll ever get off. I think this is it's going to be a roller coaster when it comes to Dad. How did grief affect your faith? Where? Yeah, that was actually this is a hard one. I did seriously struggle. I felt like, honestly, God, hey, we cool, right? But why him? He's served you, he's loved you, why him? And it took me a long time. It took me a very long time to stop trying to get an explanation almost from God, as if I deserve an explanation. Why did you take it? Death is coming for all of us. That's one thing we all have in common. And it took me a while to get out of that kind of tantrum. I was like a when a 2-year-old throws a tantrum. I threw a tantrum, okay? And I would say, honestly, maybe like a month ago, I was like, okay, God, I'm tired of being upset with you. And let me tell you, God can handle you being upset with him. He can handle it. Don't worry, okay? But at some point you need to realize he's where you're going to find your strength. So get it together and go to him, which is what I did. I'm going to answer 2 kind of groups of questions. Have I been coping with grief, and do I go to therapy? Those 2 questions, because I feel like, yeah, that's helped me cope. So how have I been coping with grief? I am surrounding myself with people that I love. Anytime I feel overwhelmed, I'm crying, I'm letting it out, I'm feeling my feeling, and giving myself the grace to really just fall into my feelings. If I want to cry, I'm not holding back. Sharing those memories, oh my gosh. Rewatching videos, that actually took me a long time. Going back and looking at memories, that took me a long time. I felt like nervous. Yeah, rewatching the videos and just really sitting and enjoying memories of and with him has really helped me. And praying if I feel overwhelmed, because there's moments where I genuinely feel overwhelmed, turning to my Father, God, right, has really helped me as well. Yeah, prayer, connecting with those that I love, taking time off, sometimes just letting everyone around me that I love know I'm really I'm not feeling good right now. Just give me a second. I need to recalibrate. Taking some time off, doing whatever self-care looks like to you. Exercising is my form of self-care. I love to lift heavy, go to the gym, punch the air, whatever. And therapy. Yeah. My therapist and me right now, we like this. We like this. Me and him. Yeah. Therapy. Yeah. I'm deep in my therapy. Deep. Okay. How long and time is grief supposed to last, especially if you lost a wife or husband? First of all, sorry for your loss. Like, losing a loved one is very difficult. So sorry for your loss. Passing on my condolences to you and your family. Unfortunately, grief doesn't have a set amount of time. For some people, after 6 months, they feel a lot more like themselves. For some, 10 years later, they feel completely still discombobulated and just not themselves at all still. So it really just, it really depends on the person. I don't think there's a time. What is your greatest lesson from Dad? Oh, never stop learning. There's always more to learn. There's always more. Educate yourself in different areas. Never ever take any kind of education, any kind of lesson for granted. Even if it feels small, even if it feels minute, take it in, learn, expand your mind, because knowledge is power. Do you sometimes feel his presence? You know what? I've dreamt about him. Okay, I don't want to say every night because I don't remember my dreams every night, but every time I remember my dream, he was in it. Every time. when he was alive, I don't even know if I ever dreamt about him, to be honest. I can't think of any time when Dad was here that I dreamt about him. Now, it's me and him. Suju, we're going where? We're talking about what? Where he's with me in my dreams. And I'm here for it. Like, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I wake up happy, you know, like I've experienced him. Yeah, I guess that's how I feel him. And my brain is just it's just attached. Like, yay, let's go to sleep. Let's go to sleep now so we can dream about Dad. And it's nice because you're actually there with him experiencing things. So yeah, that's how I would say I feel his presence. What was your favorite memory with your dad? So this one isn't childhood memory. This is just memory in general. So in 2019, I went back home for about 2.5 months. And I remember I would cook almost every day, except for the weekends, because a girl's gotta live, right? Anyway, one day, I think like halfway through, made these pork ribs. Delicious, as always. Thank you. And he comes home and he's like, oh, no, I'm not hungry. And then they're cooking, so the whole house is starting to smell good. And then he goes, what am I smelling? And they're like, oh, Steph, Steph is cooking something. And he's like, what is it? Some pork ribs or something. And he's like, just bring me just one little rib. And so I'm over there, I'm like, here, Dad, here you go. And he inhales it in 2 seconds. And he's like, are there any more? I'm like, yep, go downstairs, get him some more. There you go. Again, are there any more? I mean, there's a batch I was gonna make tomorrow, but it won't be ready for like another 3 hours. And mind you, it's like 7 o'clock. He's like, just make them. Oh, well, I thought you weren't hungry, Daddy. I thought you weren't hungry. He ate them again. I'm not kidding, guys. Every night he knew I was in that kitchen. Every single night. He said, Stephanie, I want your ribs. Please make me your ribs. I will come. Can I place an order for your ribs? Every night, guys. I was like, Dad, aren't you sick of these ribs? And now I'm gonna share the recipe with you guys. I'm calling them the Alan Cuna ribs. Alan Cuna's pork ribs. Those ones he can have. Because the way he ate them, I was like, I mean, they're really good, but every day, that lives with me because we really bonded over food. We would sit down and just be there in the TV room like this, watching people cook, that's how deep our love affair with food is. We would even watch for hours people just cooking and eating. Do you love food like that? Yeah. Who broke the news to you? And is it something that you were psychologically prepared for? Oh my God. Okay, so I'll tell you how everything went down for me. That was the worst day of my life. I was at work. It was a Tuesday. It was raining. It was, I can't remember the exact time, but I know I was about to go into a meeting. And Mom calls and Dad, at the time he wasn't doing so well. And so I felt, oh my gosh, something is terribly wrong. So I immediately call Nathan. I say, Nate, something is really wrong. Things don't look good right now. And he goes, I mean, I've felt that way maybe like before, that anxiety of, oh my gosh, is he okay? Is he okay? Being far away, you feel that, right? But this time, for some reason, even I've said this to him before, but he was like, okay, I'm going to drive down and I'm going to pick you up from work, which he'd never done before. Thank God he did, because before he arrived, I am in a meeting. The the people that I'm having the meeting with, something doesn't go right, which it goes right every week. But this week it didn't go right. And so they have to go and pick some other documents or whatever up. And so my sister calls me between that break and she breaks the news to me. And I'm in like a cubicle where there's like glass so the whole office can see me, and I'm shaking, I'm bawling, I'm not okay. I literally, I know the people close to the glass can hear me, but I think they're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, and they keep working. Anyway, just ghetto. Just so, like, no empathy, clearly. Anyway, one of my workmates, I see him passing and I know him well enough. He's actually Kenyan, so I'm like, and he comes in and he's like, hey, what's wrong? And I tell him, and he's like, okay, let me get your stuff. He goes to my desk, gets all my stuff, and we walk down, and he waits with me for Nate to come and pick me up. And no, you asked, was I psychologically prepared? Even though I had had that conversation like minutes ago with Mom, I don't know what could psychologically prepare me for that. I just don't know. There's nothing that can, right? And on the way home, I'm on the phone the whole time, video calling back home, and driving home, just a hot mess, a hot mess. Everyone is crying. Nathan is crying. I'm crying, like I couldn't believe it. And I really felt like, no, come on, guys, tell me something else. But I'm seeing him on the video, seeing what's happening in the room. And he was gone, and he was laying there very peacefully, looking very peaceful, which I was like, oh my gosh. It was hard. It was very hard. It was a very, very hard day. Very, very, very hard day. How did you process grief? Does it get better with time? I recently lost my mom, and it's heavy on me. I'm so sorry for your loss, first of all. Condolences to you and your family. I pray for strength throughout this very difficult time. To be honest, I think life, I don't know if it gets easier. I think you learn to just live with how hard it is. Unfortunately, it is one of those things that hurts always. It's kind of like someone has come and just put their hand into your soul and scooped out some of it, like a huge chunk. And you're going, wait, I need that. I can't live without that. And they're going, I'm so sorry. You're actually going to have to try and live without this part of yourself. Okay? And you're walking around like with a hole, a gaping hole. A huge gaping hole missing. And it's just missing forever. That's how I feel. That's how my grief feels. Guys, apologies. The sun is setting, and that is my source of light. So anyway, what do you miss most about your dad? May he continue to rest in peace. May he continue to rest in peace. Amen. I miss so many things. Oh gosh. But I think most is his father instinct that he had with me. I think a lot of times we talk about that mom instinct. He had such a dad instinct with me. He would call me whenever I needed guidance in life, whenever I felt off, whenever I felt lost, whenever I felt, because I'm in my 20s, like you feel those things quite a few times in your 20s especially. He would call me. I would feel that way literally that same day. Dad is calling. Hey, Dad. Hi. And he would give me the best advice and pull me out of there. And I miss that. I'm still holding on to my dad's phone number 10 years later. What are you still holding on to? I'm still holding on to, actually, I'll go get it. Okay. This bracelet, it says, best Guka ever. And it's like this beautiful silver with like these gold stripes here. It was the last Christmas present that Ethan got him. How do you deal when a memory is triggered by perhaps a song and you're out in public? It depends. However I'm feeling, whatever that memory triggers, I allow myself to sit in it and to experience it, whatever it might be. So if that memory makes me feel sadness and I need to cry, I cry. I bawl my tears out. I think that's something that I'm learning the older I'm getting, and now that I have kids as well, and now that we have so much information, expressing your feelings and your emotions and being authentic in that is so important. So that's what I allow myself to do. If I'm happy, I'll share it. Oh my gosh, guys, this was Guka's favorite. Whatever. Listen to this song. He loves this song. Oh my gosh. Or oh my gosh, I remember that one time we listened to this and we went to ice cream. We got this soft serve ice cream and it tasted just like it. Whatever it is, I experience it truly. I don't just go, oh, okay, and brush it off, which I never let the moment just pass. I sit in it. I keep the memory alive, you know? That's how I deal with it. Best advice he ever gave you concerning marriage. Communicate openly. Men understand what you tell them. They don't know these games that sometimes us women play, like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Ugh, and you know you're not fine. You know you're not fine. Why are you saying you're fine? He said, the best advice he's ever given me is communicate openly. Like, just communicate how you're feeling, please, and say it clearly. You know, don't play with this poor boy. He won't get it. He won't get it. He said, men, yeah, we're not as clever in that department as women. We don't read between no lines. Okay, there are no lines even. We don't see the lines. We can't read between them because there's no lines. So the best advice he ever gave me is just communicate openly. Hey Steph, sorry, please let me ask, how do you deal with the fact that you were not in Kenya when your dad transitioned? Look, I thank God for technology. Truly, I thank the good Lord for technology, because there's so much that I was able to at least see, be a part of, talk through. I was able to speak to him and actually see him on the phone. Thank God for that. I don't know what I would have done without it. But it's hard. It's hard not being there, especially for something just so final. It's hard. And there's no, yeah. It was a very, very, very hard time. I'm obviously working through accepting the fact that I wasn't there. And there's nothing that I can now do about it other than accept that I wasn't there. But it was just hard. Yeah. And I'm in therapy. That's how I deal with it. Therapy, prayer, and therapy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in therapy. I'm in therapy. I told you, my therapist and me now. I like this. Yeah, until further notice. Thank you. What does his grace to grace story teach you? Oh, that's a nice question. With God, anything is possible. All you need is God and to believe in yourself, believe in your vision, and put the work in. And literally, sky's the limit. Anything is possible. There are no, There's no boundaries. Whatever it is, you can do it because you have what it takes, and God has put it in you, birthed it in you to even want it or be audacious enough to try and achieve it. And so anything is possible. That's what it's taught me. All right, guys, that is the end. I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much to everyone that sent me their questions. Thank you guys for reaching out to me. I unfortunately couldn't go through all the questions because, there was a lot. But thank you so much. And even the comments, because a lot of you just sent comments as well. I've read them all. I appreciate all of you guys, my sisters, my brothers. Love you guys, my extended family. I love you guys. And yeah, thank you. Mwah. See you next time.